And my guest next is no other person than, a person that you read almost every day, in the person of Yinka Odumakin, who is the spokesperson of Afenifere, a social cultural organization of the Yoruba people in Nigeria. Now, Yinka, I want you to please, in your submission, can we use the opportunity to x-ray what has happened in the Yoruba nation in the last couple of months or weeks vis-a-vis the sudden emergence of Igboho, and also, in your conclusion, what you think is the way out of this quagmire. Thank you very much, my brother, once more, and the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you, participants. Thank you, all listeners. We know that the Southwest has been very strong on the need to restructure Nigeria, to bring back federalism. We have been quite long on that matter, but now it's reaching a point where we are asking ourselves, who do we want to restructure with? Killer herdsmen? If we restructure Nigeria, will they stop killing? Will the killings end all over Nigeria, rapings of women and the rest? Look at what happened. You're asking what has been happening in the Southwest of late. You would remember that only 2 weeks ago, the governor of Ondo State said that herdsmen should vacate the forest reserves in Ondo State. Even before the herdsmen could speak, it was Buhari spokesman, Garuba Shehu, that first came out to say, no, the governor, you don't have such power. As if every land in every state in Nigeria is not vested in the governor. But because he was playing Buhari agenda, who is the grand patron of Itiala, that's why he made that. And that's why Governor Tom should realize that Buhari knows what he's saying. Buhari knows what he's doing. He's carrying out an agenda for his Fulani people. Look, in 1985, when Buhari was military head of states, they had a conference of ECOWAS, of OAU, and there was a Nigerian from the Southeast who was contesting for the post of Secretary General of OAU, and a Fulani man from the Niger Republic. Buhari, as Nigerian head of state, voted for the Fulani man from the Niger Republic against Nigeria from the Southeast of Nigeria. So the man knows clearly what he's doing. It's not about Nigeria. He's a president of Fulani. And once you cross to Arewa land, we can count on their fingertips today those who are still mousing Nigeria with us. It was Madam Ankyo Briggs who woke me yesterday when he saw, what is his name? Vagadiman, as he was lambasting the governor of Ondo State, that he had no right, he had no power to ask herdsmen to leave the forest of Ondo State. I said, when did my brother become somebody talking like the animals who are defending their right to stay in the bush, in the forest? Human beings don't live in forest. We cannot go to Sokoto now and say that I want to live in your forest. We are not animals, we are human beings. But it shows that most of them, they are clear in their agenda. Since they have been killing people all over the south and middle belts, which Fulani man have we ever seen condemning the killing? No. But now that the victims are rising up saying, no, we can't take it anymore. You can see all of them. Even Erufai is talking. Northern Elders Forum, Forum. All of them from the north are now opening their mouth. Because it's the lives of them people that matter. But the lives of the indigenous southerners, middle belt people, they don't matter. And my brother, Saki, I was with him a few months ago in Kaduna. We saw when El-Rufai came as governor in 2015, he openly defended Fulani from outside Nigeria who are coming to other Kaduna to kill people, said they are coming to avenge their cows that were killed in 2011, and that they has gone out of Nigeria to go and settle them and pay them for their cows that were killed. So it is not that these people don't appreciate lives of human beings, but it's only the lives of their brothers that matter to them. Our lives mean nothing to them. And so for us to continue to talk only about restructuring, if we restructure only, can we live together in peace? And that's why I'm visiting my brother, Don Pedro, who started this. That first of all, where we must start is to bring down this constitution. We cannot live together under this constitution. Let's write a new constitution that gives everybody the right to live their lives and with an option to opt out of Nigeria if you are tired. There are Eritrea is in the constitution. You can opt out, you can exit if you are tired of the country. But to continue to deceive ourselves, what we have in Nigeria today is a clash of civilizations. After the end of the Cold War, Fukuyama wrote a book, The End of History. And he was talking of a unipolar world that will be preached all over the world. It's a new world order and the rest. And it was celebrated until his teacher wrote his own book, which he called The Clash of Civilizations. That yes, the war will not see war of ideologies, but the war of civilizations. People also define themselves as who are we? Is that defining moment that we are now? A few days ago, Chief Olufalaye was on here. I saw him when he was saying that people are talking some nonsense in Nigeria, that, oh, people are profiling Fulani. What do you mean by profiling? Who does not know a Fulani man when you see one? The Fulani man is different from a Joe woman or Joe man, different from a Yoruba man, different from a Igbo man, different from a Midwest person. It's distinct. Any victim of a Fulani man will know that the person who was attacked means a Fulani man. When they killed the daughter of our favorite leader, Funke Olakunrin, and the policeman in Norway where she was killed told the junior brother that don't kill your sister. They are Fulani herdsmen. That's how the people around here. And we said it for the public that this what policemen at the scene told the brother. One lousy politician in Southwest came to Akure and said that people are saying it's a herdsmen. Where are the cows? And as God will have it, when SARS arrested the suspects, the 4 suspects who are on trial now for Funke's murder, they are all Fulani men, including Meitiala officials. So Akamoto said that we are profiling them. They are committing crimes. They are owing us of crimes. Like Governor Autumn said, when they killed 78 people in Benue State in one day, they claimed they were the killers. Have they been tried? Nobody's on trial to date for the killing of the 78 people. Where instead, the president called Governor Tom to Abuja and asked him to go and find a peaceful way to live with his killer neighbors. We must bring down the constitution. We, as Afenifere, we are not yet openly canvassing that everybody must go his own way. But it's clear that the Fulani have reached a point where they believe, and they're acting it daily, that they don't mind if the country destructure. And only yesterday, like Madaki was saying. Service chiefs who have failed the country, who have been kept for over 50 months, Buhari reappointed them as ambassadors because they want to shield them from international criminal courts so that they will not answer for their crimes. And the last task which Chief Minister performed before was removed was that soldiers went to Ogun State. They went with herdsmen to communities where they are beating community leaders, beating others who are not cooperating with herdsmen. Like Governor Tem said, we are not slaves to anybody and will not be slaves to anybody. Yoruba, Ijos, Igbo, Spirit, we have all made it clear that our condition to continue to live in this contraption is if we are ready to live together as brothers and sisters, as equal citizens, not as slaves to a superior race, to the Fulani, who are lording over the rest of us, because one of them is Commander-in-Chief of Nigeria. We saw all this thing coming, and that is why some of us can beat our chests that we did not support Buhari in 2015, even though I worked for him in 2011. But by 2015, the agenda had become clear. And where Nigeria is today, we cannot know peace under the 1999 Constitution. There cannot be any peaceable way of living together and those killed, except we all decide to live our lives, to live as civilizations, and not to live under this arrangement. We can't continue this way. And our people must rise up and join hands across South and Middle Belts to say no to these killings, that we can't accept this anymore. It's enough. Suppose to ensure that the lives of citizens are protected, himself and his officials, they are defending the Fulanis and Fulani interests against the rest of us. We must not continue to accept that. That is enough. We did not sign to be slaves in Nigeria. We are Nigerians. If you want to fellow Nigerians, we must live as fellow Nigerians, not as animals to be killed by Fulanis. We have had enough of the killings.
So thank you very much for that wonderful submission. It's very clear, and you said it loud and clear. And, as we might say in some parlance, it's very audible to the deaf and visible to the blind. And you rightly said that restructuring is no longer enough. Who are we, with the rhetorical question, who are we actually restructuring with? Now, your solution is very, again, aligning with others, that we must bring down the Constitution with, if at all, it needs to be, once it's brought down and it's re-engineered, there must be an exit option therein, where people who are dissatisfied could actually come together, have a referendum with some minimal threshold that once that is reached, then there should be a peaceful exit. Thank you once more for that wonderful contribution. I would want to now bring